What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is our first episode, and the name of the episode is...
I'm over it today. I'm trying not to get mad. I'm trying to stay calm with everything that happened in the past hour.
Yeah, for real.
Trying to stay really calm.
This is our first episode of Chingaderas de la Vida, okay? I don't know why that doesn't stick to me just yet. There's a lot of conversations we have in the car, like a ton of conversations, and they're very interesting, so we figured we order some food, talk, and yeah. Today's topic is negative self-talk. Who knows, that might not be the topic, but hey, we're hungry. I'm hungry. I don't know if she's hungry, but...
I'm just tired.
She's tired.
You could tell. I've been pulling all-nighters.
Yeah, she's been pulling all-nighters for OPG. So for those of you ladies that have been ordering, thank you very, very, very much.
I will get my sanity after the holidays.
But she is tired. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm happy you guys are getting a good product because she really working out here. All right. So we ordered sushi. Today's episode is gonna be revolved around the sushi order right here.
A random place. We were driving to all these Dollar Trees and 99-cent stores trying to find these bottles for a product.
So they're starting to do this thing called coquito, which this was my first time trying it in Halloween day.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, you want coquito? I'm like, I don't like coconut
stuff.
But sure, I'll try it. I guess, you know, everything deserves an opportunity. So that's always how I approach things. Like, okay, sure, I'll try it. The best thing ever, hands down, the best thing ever.
Puerto Rican.
No, we don't mess with this here. Wasabi.
What?
I mean, guacamole. You want some?
Nah, you already fucked up. Want to get soy sauce?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, soy sauce, and not the low sodium soy sauce. All right. And what is this?
I don't know. I don't be eating sushi like that.
Okay, well, I'll put it right below. Anyways,
so this is I don't like sushi. I only eat sushi. What the fuck is that?
This is the one you ordered.
I don't eat sushi. I eat Mexican sushi. And this is he's Mexican, but like his style of making sushi is completely different. But since it's Chingaderas de la Vida, I guess I'll order this.
Son chingaderas this day today.
So the reason for the name of the channel, I know it sounds kind of rough for some people, but it's because literally when we come up with these conversations, we're stuck in a situation ourselves where we get really upset at each other and we argue and we're like, what the fuck is life? And then like we don't sleep for a whole day. And then the next day like we're like, what the fuck? And then we talk about it. And then it's just like, I don't know.
This is real world stuff, guys. This is unfiltered. So yeah, how she said, this is obviously an idea we came up with because these last couple of days have been extremely rough. But my whole thing is, hey, I'm grateful we're alive, we're cool, we're right here talking to you guys. But then again, applying that same mentality to a lot of other people, it's just like, no, the end of the world because I ain't go shopping. You know, last minute shopping, I haven't gotten my kids' PS5, whatever. But anyways, yeah.
It smells good. It don't look good.
What was this place called? Miguel's Style?
Sushi Miguel Style. It's a Murmur Rally on I think, okay, that's utterly disgusting.
That looks so good. Look at this,
on
guys.
Frederick, where the Home Goods and not Marshalls, like Home Goods and that little shopping center. That is nasty.
Bros.
What?
They didn't give us any forks, but it's okay. I'll do sticks.
I'll do fingers.
The best way to do it, but I'll probably do the same thing too. Alrighty. I ordered salmon roll.
I like cooked stuff. I don't like raw. So I got what is it like? Was it the California roll? No,
it's
Colton
the
roll.
Colton roll.
Colton roll. So I guess they have different locations, and they called this after the Colton location. I don't know their story. Their story is on their website. But anyways, we're gonna eat and we're gonna talk about self negative talk or negative self talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm half asleep, guys. Bear with me.
Should pick up the pace right now,
But yeah, what do you want to say?
What I want to say?
I'll negative self talk all the time to myself.
And it's honestly the hardest thing that we were talking about in the car, to condition yourself to talk to yourself positively, because there's some events that have happened recently and you're like, fuck, like I freaking suck. I'm not even worthwhile. Why even do this? Da da da. How's it tasting over there? Is it good? I had opened these for her, but I guess not. I swear I opened them for you. How's it tasting? Good? Yeah, whatever.
That piece was not that great, I guess. I didn't like how hard it was. Like, the breading in the corners is like really long. And when you eat it, it literally tastes like Kung Pao chicken. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Taste it. It tastes like Kung Pao chicken.
You want to trade?
No, I don't want to trade. I don't eat that.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's alright. He doesn't know how to eat sushi.
I do, but I don't want to take a big piece.
Take a big piece.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, this is so
Call it
nice.
a day. It literally tastes like Kung Pao. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like literally the flavor is Kung Pao chicken because it has the sweet eel sauce, it has spicy mayo, like just the breading itself, it tastes like Kung Pao chicken.
It honestly tastes almost like orange chicken too at the same time.
Yeah, like spicy orange chicken though.
Mm-hmm.
See? I'm good at this.
On both ends. She honestly is extremely good at food. Breaking down the ingredients, one by one. Like, I taste this, I taste that. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
I like how I always forget what it's called, but the black seaweed wrap isn't as strong.
Oh yeah, some black seaweeds are,
Potent.
whoa, like gum. You could chewing on it and you're stretching it, and for the life of you, you can't really eat it.
It's actually pretty good.
It's not that bad, honestly.
I thought it was really good for me.
We also like to do this because there's a lot of places around, I'm sure your area, our area, that people rave about. One of our biggest letdowns that we went to was Birreria Tocayo. People are like, yeah, it's the best birria, go out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say all the things sucks, but the majority of it is just, she has a point. You can't compete with birria and handmade tortillas. You can't. And I don't know what type of tortillas they use, but it's not handmade. So.
It enhances the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Tocayo was decent. If I crave it, I think it's gonna be like the first spots that I did think about, because it is more on the natural side. It's not the best how people explained it to me, because people were like, even my coworker, she was just like, it's so good, it's blah 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 blah, and I tasted it and I'm like, dude, okay, let me make my mom make some. And my mom made some, and then just yesterday she was like, your mom's is so good and the other place is not so good. I'm like, proves my point.
Yeah.
I don't lie.
It was really, really good.
Hey, this is actually pretty good. I'm probably gonna go ham on it.
It's actually mine. It's a California roll.
This is interesting to me. how they put the eel sauce. Like they cook it and it becomes like granated.
That's cool.
Instead of like what like Sunchinoa or Culichi does where they put it on top.
Yeah.
Like
It's like burnt in there,
yeah.
huh? Oh, that's fucking cool. Oh yeah. That's very interesting, guys. Yeah, mine's a California roll. It has avocado, imitation crab, and cucumber, and then on top is just a slice of salmon with what is this?
What the chipotle something sauce?
Chipotle mayo sauce. There you go. Yeah, it's good. It's fresh. It's good. I like it.
Huh?
You know what? Screw this. I'm in my house, all right?
I eat with my fingers. I don't care.
I like it. So, anyways,
Moving along.
we definitely want to share all the places we go to and say if it's good or not because we do have high standards. Obviously, you go, you pay for a service, and you expect obviously the best service for what you pay. And our mentality is the same way. We don't settle for less, and if somebody messes up, then shame on you. We're gonna go after you on Google Maps, on Yelp. Not just kidding. But there is some places we've gone that extent because some of their service, their food, it's just not up to par. And but just sharing the experience to help you guys make your choices easier, if it's worth it or not. But this is so far worth it. I like it. Hers is good. I'm not into tempura rolls, baked rolls, or anything. I much rather stick to fresh. We're completely opposites in most of the things that we do.
And all the things we do.
Like what else? Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. Because she likes water with ice.
Or cold water, not necessarily ice.
I like room temperature water. I'm fine with that. But she hates it. She's like, oh
it's
no.
disgusting. It makes me gag.
Yeah, that's true. What else? I'm pretty warm most of the time. She gets extremely cold.
Freezing all the time.
Like if we're in Big Bear.
Look, my blanket.
Yeah, that's true. But going back to our initial topic, negative self-talk is the hardest thing for us to tone down that little background voice telling you you're not worthy, you suck, and doing all these things. But we definitely had concluded that it's a progress. You know, it's not something you could be. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop talking bad about myself. You know, oh, I'm such a fatty. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat that. It's fine. You know, if you're not doing a competition, cool. You know, you could feel free to eat what you want. But I think up to a certain extent, we're too hard on ourselves, telling ourselves a lot of bad things. Like what she's saying, she has a hard time toning down that negative voice in here. You know. So we did have a pretty extensive talk about that.
I think it has a lot to do with like how you've grown up or how you've handled situations, because me and him are complete opposite. Like I'm crazy. Like if something, I don't know, let's use my car. Like my car's breaking down right now. Right? And my world is literally tumbling down. And I'm over here being a BATCH and, you know, complaining, and my whole world is burning and everything, when my car can still run for another, 50,000 miles, 60,000 miles. And it's just, negative talk myself about, and it's something psychological that I work on every day. I had a rough upbringing, and I've had like a lot of rough stuff. Like it never gets better, and sometimes you feel like, when is it ever gonna get better? And he used to always tell me it's gonna get better one day, and I'm like, shut up. Like those words, I hate those words, because like now I got mocos. It's cold in here. Because it's just like from, you know, growing up, my dad being in and out. My parents always arguing, not living a happy life. For my dad, literally completely missing from our lives in 2009. That was like high school days. And then my mom, like, I'm getting sick, like, constantly struggling with my stomach. And then my mom getting sick to the point where she had to have emergency surgery. And it just goes down the line. And then he got sick and he got removed and he had surgery. And I had to take care of him. So, like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, when do I take care of myself? Like, when do I do stuff I want to do? So I negative self-talk myself a lot. And my type of personality is I will take care of everybody else. If I want a bag, I mean, like, no, you don't deserve it, like, blah, blah, this and that. Oh, you did this, so you don't deserve this. And it's like a continuous cycle, and we could fall into that very rapidly. And I'm the one that takes it to the extremes. Like, I'm la tóxica.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely am. And, like, I'm not scared to admit it, but I genuinely am because it's how I am. Like, I need stability in my life. Like, he's more of like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Like, all dandelions jumping in a field of grass and flowers. And I'm over here like SpongeBob in my head, like, where's the paper? Where's the paper? Or whatever he says. Like, that is my life. Like, legit, that is my life. 90% of the time. Like, I can have it under control, but I'm very strict with, like, the things that I want. Like, I want it this way, and it's this way, and if it doesn't go that way, then I completely freak out. And it's something that I work every single day, and it's hard. It genuinely is hard. Because living in a household, we just moved into this house. Our house is not completely furnished because, one, like, you buy this house, you get into debt. You buy all your furniture and all your fridges and everything, and you fall into debt with all that. And then it's like one thing after another. If it breaks down, you have to fix it. Or you need chairs. You want to have people over. You need to buy a couch. Or you want this. You want that. Like, legit, we only have now, what is it, like a bed in our room. The furniture you see behind us. Our TV stand, finally. 3 bar stools. The fridge, washer, and dryer. That's legit what I have in my house. I don't have a sofa. I don't have a dining room table. I don't have fancy stuff. Like, legit. I don't even have drawers in my room. Like, that's legit what we bought, and we've been in this house almost a year.
Almost. Next month is a year.
A complete year. And having this house has been really tough, Like, if we show you our backyard, like, our backyard is a rancho. A rancho.
Ponte tus guaraches and let's go back there.
Yeah. Like, it's a rancho. Like, we took down trees, we took everything, and that put us in a position where we self-talk to each other, like, self-negative talk to each other, like, oh, like, you're the one pulling all the money, and I'm not, and we need to fix the backyard, and we need to find a way, and we need to find something else, and it puts us in a place, because, one, we have a child, so, and he's over here sleeping, but, we want him to be able to run in the backyard. And when I mean child, I mean it's a dog, okay? Because I ain't getting pregnant anytime soon.
Hold up. Take a step back, all right?
I'm like, I do not want kids at this moment.
And he is a child, all right? He really is. But anyways, moving on. That's another topic, okay? Hold your thought. Hold it. Another topic.
Bam. So all that revolves to just getting in your head so much. And I'm not going to say that you're not going to go through it and it's not okay. I feel like it's completely okay. But sometimes, like, the way certain of us handle it is not the right way. And I'm not saying I'm going to change. I mean, my world probably will still freak out and burn and be running around SpongeBob's head with, like, a billion things. But I need to learn to comment around people. Like, I need to do something else. Like, earlier something happened where, like, legit it was so important. Because that's why I've had sleepless nights. And
alright, she don't have to cover it. I fucked up, alright? I was trying to get this table right here, and there was stuff on top. So obviously the cocoa bombs were on top. There was 2 orders, and one of them fell with 6 cocoa bombs, which was a complete order. I messed up. I actually gave her the money for it, but that doesn't fix the situation because that was an order for somebody. And that's why it was hard. She had to go to sleep, and she's like, and that's honestly a perfect example of being hard on yourself. You know, it's just like, fuck all that hard work and stuff. And it's just, for me, you know, I'm not just gonna try to get away from it. Me being a responsible human being, holding myself accountable for my own actions, it's just like, well, man, I messed up. You know, I don't want her to be left out of, you know, the time she spent, and then obviously the profit she could have been making. So, you know, she could buy other stuff and invest in other stuff. So I figured, you know what? I mean, the least I can do is just give her money for it. But
I literally was gonna blow shit up.
yeah, and she surprisingly held her composure. Honestly, she was just washing the dishes. I'm sure a lot of things were like, fuck, like 2 a.m, man, in order to go down the drain. But there's worse things in life that could happen. Trust me, there really is. And that's something that we constantly talk about. Just like, man, like, that's a setback. Fuck, okay, in order down the drain. But if you think about it, there's other people going in the worst case scenarios. And we're so hard on ourselves, and, you know, we have certain expectations to meet, you know, so on and so forth. But, you know, the thing with the house too, pay bills, mortgage, the backyard. It's a freaking rancho back there. I put my huaraches, and, you know, I'm not dusty. Woody gets dirty quickly, and, you know, her car obviously is breaking down, and it's just all these array of things, right? But then you have to have some type of control. If you can't control that, then honestly, que Dios te bendiga. Trust me, que Dios te bendiga. But you have to have some sort of control over those type of situations. You know, it's not the end of the world type of things, and that's something that I'm definitely trying to teach her. You know, progression. It's not just gonna happen one day. You know, like, oh, this house was built in a day. No, like it takes time to build to that, and that's often hard for people. It's just like, well, fuck, like this happened, and, you know, it sets you back even more, and you're like, oh, okay, great. Okay. I like to take things this way. Okay, there's something happened. What can we do to solve it, or, you know, overcome it? You know, there's two ways. We can't just keep being stuck there and be like, well, you know, ruin our whole day and the next day. Sometimes people something like that happens, and then their whole next day is just ruined. They're like, screw it, I don't even want to go to work tomorrow, blah blah blah, and that shouldn't be the way you should look at life. You should look at life like, okay, well, fuck, like, oh well, you know, the worst things could have happened, but moving on. And that's something that she really struggles with, and I do my absolute best to, you know, give her some common sense. Like, hey, you know, we're here, it's COVID-19, some people are really, really, really struggling out there. You're actually making sales, people are really liking your product. There's people out there that can't even make a sale to begin with. You know, so there's a lot of things that are a lot of elements. At least the way I process it in my mind, it's just like, you know what? Okay, well, let's overcome this. You know, let's shake it off, and then trust me, it's not shaking it off, and then a second later we're like, oh, we're happy, and then, you know, it takes a little progress to get you there. You know, but you gotta hold yourself accountable over your actions to get you to a better place, not into a worse place, because then you're making yourself miserable.
I was ready to blow shit up.
Yeah, I'm sure she was washing dishes.
Yeah.
Hijo de tu puta madre, and all this shit.
Yeah.
I was watching her. I was just like, you know, I was like, fucking shit up here, you know.
I was like, and I was laying down, like, I'm deadbeat tired. Like, my eyes are hurting and I have a headache, and that happens to me when I have sleepless nights where, like, I can't. So literally I'm laying on the couch and he's like, yeah, let's film this video, and I'm like, yeah. And we're deciding, like, what to get to eat. And I'm laying on, and all of a sudden it's just like, and he goes, oh, fuck. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, please do not let it be my orders.
The roof was about to blow up. Boom!
Literally, and all I did was just, like, I got up, I cleaned some of it. I seen him grab the scope, and I was like, fuck that shit, let him clean this fucking mess. Let me walk over there and wash some dishes before I blow a cap off on somebody. And that's how I am, because for me, like how he said it, like, I've been up since 2, 3 in the morning doing stuff, preparing orders, you know, even still having, like, a 9 to 5, you know what I mean? And having to take care of his needs, like, you know, everything that I have to do. So then in my head, as I'm washing dishes, yeah, I negative self-talk myself, like, all right, you should never put, like, I'm like, fuck, like, why am I always in this situation? Like, why does shit always happen? Like, why am I put in these tough situations? Like, why can't I have all the fucking money, have my own little kitchen in the back, like Pioneer Woman, and this shit won't happen? You know? I'm like, I already keep my dog away from all of this, and now I have to keep him away from all of it. Like, I have to lock him behind the gate. Like, I legit have to lock both of them behind the gate for them not to mess my stuff up. And so it's hard to, in that process, when I'm negative self-talking myself, I go through all these things in my head.
Like trigger points in a sense,
yeah. Like, well, fuck. Like, why have I been staying up to 2 a.m? ¿Qué necesidad hay? Why? I can just be comfortable. I can just go to my 9 to 5 and say, fuck it. Que soy mantenida. Que me mantenga Eddie.
Son chingaderas.
Yeah. So, like, all that shit goes through my head. And then even then, I'm like, fuck. I've been staying till 2 a.m. to buy myself a new car for a fucking Coco Bob to fall. And and I know most of us women are like that, where you're like, one thing happens and you're like, all right, I'm gonna remember what happened 2 years ago. Remember what happened 2 years ago? And you just go on and on and on. And it's just like, for me, it even is like my childhood memories, where it's just like, it's never okay for me. Like, it's never gone so smooth for me. Like, it's always like one after the other. And I honestly get tired. Like, 10 out of 10 times. I get tired about it. And then, you know, it brings up a lot of stuff. And then for me, I've always had a problem with food, and I've been having problems with food like this whole month, where, you know, I have a nutritionist, but, you know, her food kind of makes me want to throw up and stuff like that. Like, all my body wants is like carbs and greasy foods and eating out and all those things. And like, my birthday's around the corner, so like, you know, especially me, I negative talk myself, like, pues ya que. Like, right now, ya te tragaste un pinche sushi. Your birthday's in a day. Fuck it, just keep it going. Keep the ball rolling. Like, you've tried working out and it doesn't work out because you gotta do all these women's stuff and everything breaks down on you. And so I keep it going. And right now, like, yeah, I'm not happy with my weight. I take a shower and I look at myself and I'm like, boom, instantly in the morning. What do? Talk negative. Say negative things about myself. I see him going to the gym. I drive to work. You know what? Fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, I wish I had his time. Like, I wish I could wake up at 3 a.m. And that's what put me in that place. And, you know, after I talked to him about it and opened myself, he's just like, okay, like, I'll support you, but you need to do stuff. And it's hard when sometimes you only have your partner to rely on. My sister's in Tennessee, unfortunately, you know, but she's giving my nephews a better life, so I'm completely okay with that, even though I cry inside when she's not here. But, you know, I found another person. Like, I found another person to support me, that I could talk to, that understand me, that's a girl, because men do not understand our talk. And they don't understand that we rather just sit here and be like, I'm fucking fat, well, fuck it, I'm sick, fuck it. Oh, yeah, I have to do laundry? Okay, fuck it. I'll just buy it now. Oh, and I have to do... Alright, fuck that shit. Son chingaderas de la vida that I have to cook for everybody in this house and my fucking dog. And that's how it goes. So that's the spiral that I go into all the time. And now, you know, being busier on the holidays with, like, my orders and stuff like that, and all the desserts I make, and all the creations I make, and the concoctions I start making, because I get crazy with my desserts. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I have this. Okay, let me whip it up. And I see what comes out of it. So, then we're here. Yeah. And then I blow up, and, you know, that's like the end of the story.
Yeah. And I mean, it's perfect because I'm sure everything she just had to say, it resonates with a lot of men and women.
You finished your roll?
Yeah, I finished it.
No.
Yeah, I put it away a long ass time ago.
And I'm the fat one.
Replay. But yeah, I mean, that's why we figured we want to do this for you guys. I'm sure some of you guys out there feeling, we're probably the only people going through this stuff or whatever. No, trust me, there's a lot of people going through different types of things, but they're similar in their own ways. And that's something that I talked to her about too. I support you in your fitness journey. I bought her all this equipment. And it gets to a point where you have to hold yourself accountable over things, right? And I was all for it. She was on it and everything. And, people have fallouts, which is understandable. I've had my own fallouts. She's had her own fallouts. But, I told myself, like, dude, this is what you love to do. I love going to a gym. I actually follow the nutritionist diets and hold myself accountable over these things. But that's within the process of teaching her to stick to it, that it's worth it, that hot dog is not gonna benefit you, that hamburger is not gonna benefit you along the way. I mean, in the moment, you're having the satisfaction, you're up in the clouds. You're like, yeah, this is what I was looking forward to. It's Friday. I'm gonna go fucking party. I'm gonna go fucking get myself a burger to start this shit off. Let's go. Y mañana lo voy a seguir. Hot dogs, hamburgers, menudo, pozole. You're like, hell yeah, pa' qué, yeah, fuck it, Yeah, we all go through battles, and like for us.
And not just COVID tough. Like COVID me la peló. Like
yeah, easy breezy.
Easy
Thank
breezy.
you, COVID. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you with our hearts.
Yeah, we were prepared, and it's so so weird. When we started looking for a house, we said, hey, we need to have like a year to a year and a half of mortgage and bills paid in an account, and we opened an account and we started saving. So that's what saved us, having that savings and stuff like that. Now is it still like that? No, the boat's going back and forth, because with COVID at the beginning, all that gets to you and all that piles up, and we're only human, and sometimes it's tough. We're lucky and grateful enough that both of us have a job, that now I have like not necessarily like the room that I want, but I have the space and the peaceful mind to create my desserts and share them with everybody and do what I love, because I genuinely love desserts. I like anything to do with it. I have a really bad sweet tooth, and what better way, like, so it's been hard, and we go back and forth from like, oh, we're okay, no, we're not okay, oh, like this, and I'm the one that just eats. I'm like, well, I don't want to be home. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen cooking. I don't want to defrost nothing. I don't want to wait for it. I don't want to nothing. I don't want to grocery shop. So I give in. And I give in to the hardest. Trust me. You put a cake on me, I'll eat that. I don't care. I will say yes. Anything sweet, I'll say yes. On my cheat meals, I love greasy, cheesy, carb full of meals. So, no, COVID didn't hit us as hard as we thought. Mm-hmm. Thank God none of our family has gotten COVID. On my end, I've stayed pretty safe about it. I don't know whether to believe it or not, but I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how she said, going back and forth. It's completely true. We've been in our own journey by ourselves in this home for almost a year. It has definitely not been easy, and there's levels. Like, the higher you go, the more problems, and it's just how you approach them, because more money, more problems. Yes, okay. definitely, and especially her, me helping her as much as possible with her business on the photo video side, like social media kind of. Once you have a staff, once you have people, helping you achieve your goals, there's always problems. There's always going to be different personalities that, at first you're like, oh, they seem like a great fit. They are a great fit. And then months later, you're like, whoa, it's the complete opposite. But, it's life. And, going back to the whole, it's the end of the years, her birthday's coming up, and, eating everything. And you know what? Like, I have my own cravings too. And, I hold myself accountable more than her, but we already both promised, okay, cool. Once next year comes in, we're definitely going to kick it up to gear. We're going to, get you back in shape. And it's not something that's gonna be from one day to another. It's gonna be progression, and it's gonna be hard progression that I really truly want to talk to you guys about. And I think it's beautiful us, sharing our own thoughts. Her sharing her side, me sharing my side. And I've been going to the gym. I've been hitting it hard. I come from a very motivated standpoint, and accomplishing my goals. I gotta see results, and if I don't see them, what do I need to do? Blah blah blah.
It drives me crazy.
And that's just me. That's what I love to do. Obviously, I'm not drinking. I'm not hanging out with the boys. I'm not doing anything else. So for me,
we don't do none of that stuff.
Yeah, like for me, it's like, yeah, like what else can you ask for? ¿Quieres un borracho? Go find yourself a borracho, pues.
Yeah.
Chingue su madre, un borracho. Son chingaderas. She's like, oh, you're at the gym? Yeah, I'm at the gym. You want me to be at the strip club? I'll be at the strip club. Fine.
Yeah.
She definitely won't like it, but what do you want me to be? It's like, I'm, self-improvement. I'm right here.
And that's literally like our relationship, because I'm just like, I get home and sometimes I'm like, why is there dishes in the sink? And
I clean my dishes, trust me. I clean my dishes.
Bro, I came home
Bro.
And you had la parrilla sucia. 3 platos sucios.
Bro.
Yes.
You want to go there?
Yes. I wish I had cameras in this house. He says he does something and he does it. He's like,
oh, I do.
He's like, who do you think I am? And then
yeah,
I'm like,
seriously.
Look right here. And he's like, oh, I didn't do it because
I swear.
Because I started doing this. But he helps out with what he can.
I put the bed sheets how she told me.
But he said,
the drying.
He said I
okay.
always wash my dishes.
I swept. I do, and I put them away too. I clean them. I put them away, so that way when she comes into the kitchen, it's all it's game time, baby. She baking. She goes in there. She makes you guys happy. I'm out.
I wish it really was like that.
It is.
How you explained it.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes.
I need to punch him.
No. It is that way. I put the bed sheets. I swept.
I'll give it to him. Okay, like 8 out of 10 times, like yes, but it makes me laugh when he's like, I always wash my dishes.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a woman. I'll bring back exactly the date and time I walked into this house and when the dishes weren't done. I literally came home today, and I was just like, oh, no lavo la parrilla. And those are the dishes I washed when he dropped the cocoa bombs.
I swear. As you guys might know, it's never enough. Trust me, guys. I know.
It's never enough for us.
Yeah. You feel you're doing a great accomplishment, right? You're sweeping. You're like, yeah, the lady's going to be happy. She wouldn't even notice. It's like the same thing. You're like, oh, hey, I did my hair. Can you notice? What you do?
I noticed. When you do your hair, because you cut your beard really. Like right now, you're a little scrappy. Dude.
No, I'm going to go to barbershop tomorrow. I have an appointment at 11. Jesus. It's like, it's not, trust me, it's never enough. Believe me, the kitchen can be impeccable, but it could be like any other day walking into a ballpark. Like, oh, that's cool. All right, time to bake, It's like, hey, I cleaned the kitchen. What do you think? That's cool. Bruh. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's something I have to learn. Like, learn to accept how he cleans.
And that's the thing.
As long as like right now, if we show you my kitchen's a fucking mess.
We won't even show you. Trust me.
Like
it's all baking time. So.
Like I literally have all my supplies out right now because I went shopping because I'm running out of supplies left and right, and then I have like butter to get to room temperature and like cream cheese and like all this stuff and like tape and Bacardi bottles and stuff.
That's for another day. Once we get a little bit more comfortable with each other, then we'll be like, all right, look, this is the mess we're talking about, Yeah. But right now, we're barely getting started. We're breaking the ice.
But I'm just like, as long as his shit is not everywhere, because he has a studio, but guess where his camera stuff is? On top of the couch, in the living room.
But then again,
by the door.
But then again, it's just like, okay, woman, I'm helping you with your business. You want me to take pictures? Oh, nah.
Yeah, but you have your own studio, so.
Yeah, but I can take pictures there. I could take pictures over here in the living room because the lighting's better. All the technical.
You see how he doesn't listen? I say like his camera bag, and everything is always over here. And he has a studio.
Yeah, because I had to take my equipment out, blah, blah, blah. And then the one thing, right? It's like, oh, your camera bag. Anyways, I hope you're liking this episode so far.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Who what?
Who?
What are you talking about? I hope you guys are liking this episode. You're liking us, hopefully.
This is literally us, but right, like I can legit I hold my composure today, guys, or else I wouldn't be sitting.
But it's because we've been talking about it.
I would not be sitting here.
We've had some tremendous breakdowns. Trust me.
Oh yeah, where we're crying and our dog comes and licks us and tries to stop us from crying.
And that's an understatement. I'm saying some breakdowns, all right? Some
I'm leaving. I'm leaving too.
Son chingaderas type of thing, like damn, you know. But then it's just, I feel that a relationship, you know, it's not about obviously the arguing and stuff. There's obviously gonna be confrontations over different points of views, but we have to make each other better. That's a relationship, okay, where you guys can support each other, make each other better, and not necessarily drag each other all the time and doing the same things over and over again that are damaging your guys' relationship. So we empower each other. We like, you know what, we gotta start saving up, we gotta start cutting this out, we gotta stop eating out so much, because I mean, this is another topic, trust me, this video is already long enough, but all the budgeting that goes into it, what we had to sacrifice to get to this point right here. It's un pedo, honestly, it's un pedo, but we're here, we're sharing our experience with you guys, and I hope this, puts some type of positivity in your life, or oh cool, I feel better about it, or anything like that, or oh sweet, I could finally relate to those couple where they're going through some shit that we're going through, but like I said, it's just how you overcome it. You can't be stuck on something and be like, oh, my life's miserable, it's over, and keep fighting. I like to approach things where we're like, okay, there's a problem, cool, how do we go about it? How can we make a resolution? Okay, it can't just be like, I hate you, I'm out, or you're worthless, or I regret this, I regret that. No, okay, let's get to the bottom of it. What bothers you? What bothers me? Okay, what can we change so it won't bother both of us? Or what can we change so we're both in good terms, where we're cool with each other, whatever situation it is. I feel that's how relationships should be, so all the gears are moving at the same time. And that's hard, honestly. That's extremely hard. That puts you in a bad place, especially when you're trying to really, if you're the type of person where you want to win every conversation, that's never going to get you anywhere. The whole point is it's half and half, it's you and me. What do we do to make sure that we're both putting in the same amount of work, and sometimes, it overweighs sometimes, and it's just, okay, what do we change? So you won't feel like, oh, I'm putting in the work, or you're putting more work, or whatever, That's life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that wraps up this whole episode, because this episode is pretty long. And for those of you that stuck around all the way to the end, thank you very much. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you have any certain topics, please write them down in the comment section below. And subscribe, of course. Support her dream. I'm all for it. Anyways, that's it for Chingaderas de la Vida, episode número 1. Alright? We'll catch you guys in the flip-flop.
Correct.